The United States is splitting into two completely different climates, and what happens over the next 7 days will determine who freezes, who floods, and who loses power. Right now, Saturday night, upstate New York is experiencing wind chills 30 below zero, while Kansas prepares for 70-degree heat Monday. That 80-degree temperature swing coast to coast is building toward a catastrophic Valentine's Day weekend storm, and everyone from Texas to Maine needs to pay attention because the preparation window closes fast. Tomorrow morning brings the most dangerous cold of the entire winter. Wind chills drop to minus 45 across northern New England by sunrise Sunday. Then Monday, the plains surge to temperatures 40 degrees above normal. Des Moines hits 70, Topeka reaches 72. This is not a pleasant warm spell. This is atmospheric fuel loading into an unstable pattern. When that warm air collides with Canadian cold next weekend, we get a major multi-hazard storm event with snow, ice, severe weather, and flooding all on the table. I have tracked this setup for 6 days, and every major forecast model agrees. Something significant happens Valentine's Day weekend. The only disagreement is exact track, which means we do not know yet if Chicago gets buried or if Atlanta gets ice or if Dallas sees tornadoes. All three scenarios remain possible. What we know for certain is preparation needs to happen today, not Thursday, not Friday. Right now, while you have time. Tomorrow morning hospitalizes people who make bad decisions. Wind chills across upstate New York and northern New England drop to minus 40 to minus 45. At those temperatures, exposed skin freezes in under 10 minutes, not 15 like they teach in safety courses, under 10 based on actual emergency room data. And frostbite is permanent tissue damage. Your fingers do not just hurt and heal. The cells die. Sometimes they amputate. Albany, New York wakes up to minus 35 wind chill with actual temperature 7 below zero. This is the coldest morning since the polar vortex of 2019. If you have early church services Sunday, stay home and watch online. The risk is not worth it. Buffalo drops to minus 30 wind chill with ongoing lake effect snow creating whiteout conditions. People get disoriented in their own driveways every winter during these events. Tie a guide rope if you have outdoor animals to feed. This is basic safety that saves lives. Boston hits minus 20 wind chill with coastal winds gusting 35 miles per hour off the Atlantic. Your ears and nose develop frostbite in 15 minutes at minus 20. Portland, Maine drops to minus 35 inland and minus 40 in the mountains. Burlington, Vermont sees minus 35 with Lake Champlain frozen, creating a wind tunnel through the valley. New York City only gets to minus 10 wind chill, but that puts homeless populations in crisis. Every person sleeping outside tonight is at risk of hypothermia. If you see someone on the street, make the call. Philadelphia hits minus 5, which means pipe burst season for older homes. Let cold water drip from any faucet on an exterior wall tonight. Moving water resists freezing. This prevents the $3,000 repair next week when your basement floods. And here is what kills people every winter. Someone loses power and panics. They bring a generator into the garage or fire up a propane heater indoors. Carbon monoxide is colorless and odorless. You go to sleep and never wake up. Generators go outside only, minimum 20 feet from all windows and doors, never in the garage, even with the door open. This kills entire families every year when people ignore this rule. The cold breaks Monday afternoon, but that warmth is not good news. It is the setup for disaster. A massive ridge explodes over the Rockies and pushes east Monday, bringing the most extreme warmth the plains have seen in years. Topeka, Kansas hits 72 degrees Monday afternoon. The average high there is 37. That is a 35-degree departure from normal. Des Moines reaches 70 with an average of 32. That is a 38-degree anomaly. The last time Des Moines hit 70 in early February was over a decade ago. Omaha gets to 72, Wichita pushes 75, Sioux Falls hits 65, which is absurd for South Dakota. This warmth spreads east Tuesday and Wednesday. Chicago reaches 58, Milwaukee hits 55, Minneapolis gets to 52. All cities that were in single digits last week now running 40 degrees above average. So what? Everyone loves warm weather. Wrong. This warmth is dangerous because of what it does to the atmosphere. All that heat pulls moisture north from the Gulf of Mexico. Dew points surge into the 50s and 60s across the south. The air becomes unstable. When you park warm, unstable air next to Canadian cold, you create a battleground. That battleground is where the Valentine Este storm develops. Every major forecast model agrees a significant storm develops over the central United States next weekend. The European, the GFS, the Canadian all show it. Where they disagree is track, and that creates three very different outcomes. European track shows the storm coming through the southern plains Friday night, intensifying over Oklahoma and Kansas Saturday, then driving northeast through the Ohio Valley. This means heavy snow for Missouri, Arkansas, southern Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky. We are talking 8 to 14 inches with blizzard conditions. Nashville could see 6 to 10 inches, Louisville 8 to 12. On the southern edge, ice develops from Memphis to Atlanta to Charlotte. Ice accumulations of 1/4 to 1/2 inch snap trees and power lines. Widespread outages lasting days. GFS track puts the storm farther north across Nebraska and Iowa Saturday morning, then into Wisconsin and Michigan Saturday night. Chicago gets buried with 10 to 16 inches. Milwaukee sees 12 to 18. Detroit gets 8 to 12. The northern track also means severe weather farther south. Dallas, Little Rock, Memphis, Birmingham, Atlanta all face tornado risk Saturday. Canadian track shows something in between. A progressive system that spreads impacts over a wider area. Snow from Texas to Virginia, ice from Louisiana to the Carolinas. Severe storms from Mississippi to Georgia. Everyone gets hit with something. We will not know which scenario verifies until Wednesday or Thursday when models converge. What we know now is all three produce life-threatening impacts somewhere. Your job is monitor forecasts daily and prepare for the possibility your area gets hammered. Stop reading and take action. Not tomorrow, not Monday, right now. Stock food and water. 3 days minimum, 1 week better. Grocery stores get mobbed when storms approach. Beat the rush today. Fill gas tanks. Your vehicle and any gas cans for generators. Lines will be insane Thursday and Friday. Get ahead of it. Charge all devices, phones, tablets, laptops, battery banks. Get everything to 100% and keep them charged. Test your generator. Make sure it starts. Make sure you have fuel. Remember 20 feet from all windows and doors. Outside only. Review severe weather plans. Where do you go for a tornado? How do you receive warnings? No AA radio, phone alerts, sirens, multiple methods. Have backups. Clear storm drains. Flash flooding happens when drains clog. Spend 15 minutes clearing drains near your home today. Check elderly neighbors. Make sure they have heat, food, medications. Power outages hit them hardest. Download offline maps. If cell towers fail, you can still navigate with GPS and offline maps. While everyone focuses east, the west gets destroyed. An atmospheric river slams the Pacific Northwest in California Tuesday through Friday. The Cascades could see 4 to 8 feet of snow. The Sierra Nevada 6 to 10 feet. Tahoe will have epic powder, but mountain passes close for days. Interstate 80 shuts down Wednesday through Friday. Seattle sees 3 to 5 inches of rain. Portland 4 to 6. Urban flooding likely. San Francisco gets 2 to 4 inches with mudslide risk extreme and burn scars. Los Angeles sees heavy rain Wednesday through Friday. Sacramento could flood along the American and Sacramento rivers. This is multiple systems stacking over 3 days. Snowfall measured in feet, not inches. Avalanche danger extreme across all western ranges. Stay out of the mountains Wednesday through Friday. Beyond the major cold Sunday and Valentine's storm next weekend, several other hazards develop this week. Sunday night, a clipper drops southeast, bringing quick snow from Fort Wayne to Charleston, West Virginia. Not major, but could make Monday morning commute slick. Wednesday into Thursday, scattered storms fire across the southern plains and mid-south. Flash flooding possible from Dallas to Nashville as storms train over the same areas. Rainfall totals 2 to 4 inches in heaviest zones. Friday morning freezing drizzle develops across the upper Midwest as cold filters south. The Dakotas to Minnesota to Wisconsin could see ice glaze making roads extremely dangerous. Black ice you cannot see until you are sliding. This is not one and done. After Valentine's storm clears, models show another system mid to late next week, then potentially another closing out February. The pattern shifted from quiet and cold to active and chaotic. The Climate Prediction Center forecasts above normal temperatures through month end. That warmth fuels storm after storm. We are entering the transition from winter to spring, and this year it looks particularly violent. Extreme temperature swings, multiple storm systems, severe weather risk, heavy snow potential, flash flood threats all on the table through March. Check forecasts daily. Have multiple warning methods. Be ready to shelter for tornadoes or hunker down for blizzards on short notice. Conditions change fast when patterns are this active. I do not hype. I give you facts and tell you what actions to take. The fact is, we are heading into the most dangerous weather week of the winter. Tomorrow morning could hospitalize people with frostbite. Next weekend could produce a catastrophic multi-hazard event. The pattern stays volatile through February. Your preparation window is now. Stock up today, charge devices today, review plans today, not when the storm is 12 hours out and everyone panics. Drop your location in the comments and I will give you specific details tomorrow. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss updates. Share this with anyone from Texas to Maine, because the more people who see this, the more people who prepare, the fewer who end up in hospitals. The pattern broke. Winter is not done.